Okay. Hey there guys, welcome to the stream. Does it work? Hey there guys, it works. Yes. Haha. Hey there everyone, welcome to the stream. Tonight we're having like somewhat of a talk show thing, which I am totally not prepared per se, but figuring shit out. Anyways, the first main thing that I am going to have on the agenda is the unboxing of our loot chest, which is always a very, very fun thing to do. As per usual, not being prepared, we gotta redacted all of the scribbles because I don't want any leaks. It is not a good thing to have leaks, you know? To those of you that don't know, you're gonna learn. Okay, that's like the one side, and there's nothing on the back. Okay, having only the one, well, basically there are two labels, but the older ones had like a label on the front and a label on the back of various informations, and I don't know what and which information is helpful for guys to figure out, I don't know, where you live or some shit like that. Anyways, now that we've got that out of the way, it is literally time to have a nerdy good time. Man, I really gotta like clean my knife and sharpen it. This is a very old knife that I have. I have no idea how good it is per se, as in what kind of steel it has. I don't even think it says that anywhere. Maybe it said it once in a lifetime, but not anymore. So I have a crack in it. I have a crack in the wood. Got a small little crack over there. Cracker there. You guys see that? See the crack? Cracker there. Okay. Ah, this is so hard. Mission complete. Boom, bum, 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 ba da da dum, da 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 dum, dum, da da dum. Ah, blasphemy! They bent my booklet. How can you bend my booklet? Okay. This is gonna have to go in a book to get straightened out. We've got the Wootbox for September 2021, which is entitled Best of. Best of what? Okay, we got like School of Hogwarts, New York City, Mushroom Kingdom, and Tatooine on the box, on the cover. On the cover of the magazine. Oh, we got two pops in it. What? We got two Funko Pops? Okay, let's see. What do we have first? First we have, what is this? It says, Wizarding World, Harry Potter, desktop spell stationery set. Includes wand pencil, elastic bands, and 3 Dementor erasers. That is how the so you guys are gonna see the thingamabob over there. Desktop spell, blah blah blah. Banish the Dementors away. You got the 3 little Dementors. Then we have this thing and some rubber bands. And if you look over here, it looks like a gun that you can fire the rubber bands to hit the Dementors. On the back, it kind of shows the same thing again. Includes 1 pencil, 3 Dementors, and elastic rubber bands. I gotta check this out. Oh shit, I just looked down and that is awesome. Okay, so the case itself has a nice backdrop wall of Hogwarts, which looks hand drawn almost like a painting, but it's bent. It's just a cardboard, but it looks cool. Right, this can be, you can use this as a nice little book reminder for what it's worth, or just leave it in there. And then we got the super wand, which is, come on, it is a pencil, so you have to sharpen it. It is not sharpened on either side. And it fits really snug. Okay, the quality on the plastic is probably not the best. You can see the seam line. Wait, I'm trying to figure out this technique of showing things. Okay, focus, you damn shit. There we go. So you can see the seam line over there and the little nub. That is easily fixable with a razor or a very soft file. Other than that, it looks fairly okay. There's like another huge seam over here in the middle. That one's a little bit harder to fix, but yeah, it's still a nice thing. And then we have some, like, literally the cheapest little rubber bands that you can find. How are you supposed to fire this? It doesn't have like a, well, this is awkward. I guess you hold it like this with your finger, you stretch it out on the top, and it fails. Expectum Patronum. Gotcha, boys. And it also came back. Okay, and then we have like the 3 little Spectre erasers. They're kind of funny, but it's just like a big, huge ass eraser. Nothing like super special. What does it say on the back? Weeb. Yeah. Very Weeb A 21. I'm guessing you can put these down and then you can try to shoot them. Or you could just fire after your girlfriend or some shit like that. It's a nice, interesting little set, but it's not... It wins points for making a pencil more fun-oriented at the desk, I guess. It wins points for that. I like it. Let's see. Next, we have a... Ooh, I like these things. I like these things. I already have like one of these, and somewhere around here stashed away I also have like a Hearthstone stone. These are stress balls. So we got a little Mandalorian stress ball helmet. This one's cool. Let's try to get him out of here without damaging it. This is gonna be harder than expected. I don't really like destroying the package per se, and then I end up throwing it away anyways. Yeah, I have no idea how the fuck did they package this. Is he like flattened and then let go? Look at this. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way you can do it. Nice. A little stress ball. Now, the seam line on this guy is like redonkulous. But it's a stress ball, I mean, whatever. They all have like the stupid ass seam line. Another one to my collection. I like these things. I really do like little foam things that you can squish when you're angry. Okay. Next we got a Harry Potter Funko Pop. Hermione Granger vinyl figurine. Wizarding World. Harry Potter, Hermione. There you go, that's the little Hermione. She also has like a feather quill, you know, Wingardium Leviosa, where she makes the feather float. Is that thing like... Oh, yeah, it is floating. Like the little squiggle there that you see, that is like one piece over there. It's actually the plastic. It's not the plastic that it's holding it. It's part of the Funko Pop. So that's gonna stay there. And yeah, then you guys can see like the whole other cast. You got Harry Potter, Hermione, that's what we got, Ron Weasley, Dumbledore, Neville, and what the hell does Draco have on his eye? You guys see that? Ugh. Why does he have that on his eye? Anyway, nice little Funko Pop going to the collection. And oh boy, is the next one special. It glows in the dark. It's a special edition Funko Pop, and it's called a Venomized Doctor Strange. Whew. It's also a bubble head. This is probably one of the coolest Funko Pops that I've seen in a long time. See, it glows in the dark. That's him over there, in there, being all stealthy and whatnot. You guys can see it over here, like super good. Just let me focus it a little bit. That's how the Funko Pop looks. That is so cool. And then we got a couple of other variations from this one. We got a Venomized Captain Marvel, a Miles Morales, and a Venomized Groot. I think we actually got the coolest one from this. I really like Doctor Strange. That is so cool. I like this a lot. That is definitely gonna be like in my top 5, I would say, Funko Pops that I have. Next, we're gonna go on the pin for the September 2021. It says, "I love WB." Now I don't know if that stands for Warner Brothers or for something else. I'm gonna have to check the booklet for that. It's a nice little pin. It's nothing really super special. I gotta like understand the reference a little bit more to get more excited or hyped. I don't know the reference right now. Next we have the t-shirt, or lastly we have the t-shirt. Unfortunately it's another white t-shirt and I kind of don't like that, but can't complain. It's a nice little Mario t-shirt and it kind of already looks more interesting. The Captain Jack last t-shirt was from another company. Now this is from Diffused yet again, and I like their material and their brand. And this is how the t-shirt looks. You got some Japanese kanji, I think, and then you got the boulder, the normal whatchamacallit, steel block, the question mark steel block, and then you got the star. And now this is actually okay. It's just a little bit bent. I mean the t-shirt is a little bit bent. But it's good. See, it's good. There's nothing on the back, just normal t-shirt. I don't know how the transparency looks. It looks better than the other one. Cool. Haha. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Love it, love it, love it. Let's put this stuff back over here for now for safekeepings. I'm definitely gonna throw this away. I don't know. I have some OCD, ADD, ABC, EFGs. I don't know what I have, but sometimes I just get a little bit iffy. I don't know. Tell me if you guys are the same with your collectibles, or if you geek out for the everything. I don't know, for the packaging, for like every little bit and bob from the collectible itself can mean something to you. These are cool. Now let's check the booklet just a little bit to see what we got. Oh, where's the English one? Last? Yeah. So we got the Funko Pop Venomized Doctor Strange for the occasion of the imminent release of the new Venom movie. Okay, the Super Mario t-shirt, the Harry Potter wand, the Mandalorian stress ball, exclusive Wootbox pin. Ah, okay. That's what it is. So apparently they have made this exceptional, and it says 1 mystery Funko Pop. Let me see if I can focus that. This camera does not want to focus sometimes. Here, focus on this guy's head. Focus. You suck, camera. It says, offered to all our subscribers. I really wish you guys could see that. Why won't you focus, you dumb shit? It doesn't want to do that. Whatever. So a mystery Funko Pop. Nice. Oh, I'm such an idiot. It says the pin is best of Wootbox. It says I like Wootbox. It literally says I love Wootbox. Okay. Then we got something new. The page is turning, but the adventure continues. There are new specific boxes. We got Star Wars boxes. We got DC Comics, Game of Thrones, Doki Doki. I have no idea what that is. Heroes of Star Wars, Droids and Spaceships, Dark Side. Those are the Star Wars packs. And we got 4 Harry Potter boxes. Harry and Friends, Travel Guide, Hogwarts, Creatures. And then coming late in 2021, 100% manga, Spider-Man, 100% gaming, and 100% streaming. Oh. Let me show you guys how that looks. So there are the boxes. It's like the manga, gaming, streaming. Interesting. They're specific. Hey, I like this new approach on the mystery Funko Pops. Kudos to you. I enjoy that a lot. Thank you very much. I enjoy them a lot. I want to collect a whole lot more of the Funko Pop series. Anyways, boom, 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 boom. That was it for this segment. Thanks for dropping by and watching. Now it's time for a different segment. It's time to try out some shit. Today's poison on the menu, we got a San Miguel Especial Radler. To those of you that don't know what a Radler means, it's basically lemon flavored beer. Or beer with Sprite or some shit like that. That is lemony. Yeah. Cheers, boys. It says consumo natural de limón. I would consider that being with 100% natural lime juice. Okay. It has a good taste, like it. It has a little bit of bitterness that comes through from the beer. Not too much, not excessive. And the lemon flavor is also not too pronounced. You definitely feel it like all the way. Does it feel more like drinking a juice? Not really. You definitely feel it more than a juice due to the fact that it has the beer taste to it. So you feel that hop taste a little bit, that specific beer tanginess. I like it. I like relaxing with these kind of not so alcohol infused drinks. You know, beer with some kind of fruity flavor is always a nice refreshing drink. First time chatter thing. I like that. I don't like what you're saying. Where's the... ban. Okay. I did my job for that. That was... wow. Whew. I worked something. Oh boy. I am loving this. Today I'm actually gonna be reviewing a lot of crap that I have been doing. For the last foreseeable past. I don't know. Let's switch our account to go to the original OG NibletK account. Go to our channel, make it big over here. This is gonna be weird. Also, I'm over there. I don't really know what desktop view. Okay. I really gotta work on those. Look at this shit. Look. I mean, my difference is so big. When was this thing done? That's a hairy monkey over there. Look at my background, and this was not very long ago. Had like all my base gear over here. Had like that thing on the wall. I had different things back there, which allowed me to put up my puzzles. Hey, SRJ with the Prime sub again. Thank you so much. What you doing, boy? You didn't get to see the unboxing. It's a cool box. I got this as a special subscriber. You get bonus Funko Pops now, apparently. It's Hermione Granger from Potter. And you get the special edition glow-in-the-dark Venomized Doctor Strange. That is cool. Also, cheers to you. You also get I mean, this is probably something I should have shown you in the first place. You also get this. A Mandalorian helmet, which is a stress ball. It's so dumb, I like it. Look at the mane I had here. Captain Caveman had nothing on me. Nothing. And that was like, what? May 23rd. Oh, Sophia's birthday. No, it's not, you dumb shit. What t-shirt we got? One sec. It's not necessarily something you would like very much. I mean, I know you like Mario, but it's a white t-shirt again. I know it's not your favorite. And they have like these... Whoop, this on the middle. It is white, I'm sorry. Squid Games. Okay. That was a couple of months ago. And then in June, I was like... And then like a couple of time went by and look at that. Wait, did I already? No, this still had the old back. Okay, this background already changed a little bit. I implemented the rack back. I mean, whatever that thing's called, the shelving. Switched out that. And then yeah, we still had the same setup, and then changed it up again. We got those things. We got rid of everything that was on the wall. We put up the other IKEA shelf on top of the other one, and basically now we're still on the same setup, but a little bit more chaos there, which is gonna go away. And also I kind of emptied this corner. I mean, this is just another one of those boxes, crates, I don't know what you call them. So that's a thing. All right. I mean, I'm gonna have to stick to some new shit. Like the NibletK gaming since 1986 is definitely not something I want to do anymore. I don't even know what I should put there. I'm gonna have to figure so much crap out. So much crap. I've been on a kick lately of... Oh, I can put this. Sure. Publish. How's that for a background? Go to channel. Haha. Yes. I love the stupidity. This is probably gonna be our, let's see, new text document. I'm gonna call this one the NibletK YouTube Yeah, NibletK YouTube. I'm gonna open it. So, channel name NibletK. Is that how you write the channel? Channel. Yeah. No, wait. That's Chanel, the perfume. Change the channel. It has double N's. I knew it. I was duped by my brain. Channel name NibletK. When did I do this thing? When did I actually do this thing? I don't really want to show off these kind of informations on stream when going into settings and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know. But I can probably look at videos and we can sort them out by oldest ones. Oh my god, 4 years ago? January 4th, 2017. Wow. Oldest video. Jan 4th, 2017. Holy shitballs, that is a long ass time. Had no camera.
Hello and welcome to episode 1 of NibletK. From noob to pro. Since I'm a noob, I made this Pirate Paladin. I'm having quite a lot of fun.
Oh my god.
Remake. Well,
So bad.
don't want Tyrion our opening. This could be good. I'm not sure about Finley.
So bad. So bad. We got Quint and whatnot. Oh my god. Ah, this is the first time I had a camera. The SMS Druid.
Hi, I'm NibletK and welcome to my show. Welcome to another Funstone episode.
Oh my god, look at
Today,
that.
We did the no SMS Druid. Why do I call it that? Because literally all of my creatures have no text on them. Yep, I actually use Ice Rager and Chillwind Yeti and the Worgen Greaser, Boulder Fist Ogre, Corehound, War Golem, this guy, and the Faceless Behemoth. Other than that, we have a few of the Druid spells.
Did I actually win a game?
And yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens at rank 16.
think I won some matches. Not necessarily, but I think I won. Not this game.
On one of the inks, so to say, from the Flame Waker. Has to hit my face. But he has 10 damage in hand. Okay. GG, sir. We got a little bit unlucky there with his secrets. Otherwise...
Oh, that is one match. Right. I couldn't really do more than that.
But he has 10 damage.
Uploading this video took me 3 days. 3 days. That is insane. Okay, what are the main shows that we're gonna do? I'm gonna have to review a lot of crap I had, or started, or done, but didn't go through with it, or did it for a short time and then it just got junked, or it just like was a thing that was just in my mind and I put it somewhere on like a piece of paper like this one. I tend to write out a lot of bullshit. You guys call that ever like what's the proper term? Drunken idea, or what? Bar idea? No. It has a specific term. You know, when you go to the bar with your friends and get drunk and you have like this stupid idea and you write it on a napkin. Those kind of things sometimes. Where are the last ones I did? Because those are kind of like the go-tos that were on my mind last time. So we have the show that we're currently on. I have no idea what it's actually gonna be called. I want to do let's call this shows segment T. Do it like that, and then we can pop do the main late. Well, how did I end up doing the A big? Main late night Friday show. There's a couple of things I want to bring like under the umbrella. I'm not entirely sure how to do everything. Show segments. I don't know if that's how we're gonna call it. So the main late night Friday show. What is that about? It's basically gonna be this, and I want to do like a stupid, nice little fun hosting show of random things. It's very difficult to talk when you're not prepared in some manner. I have no expertise in any kind of improv or any kind of how should I say it, commercial branding or PR or anything like that, where you know you kind of do this for a living or you have certain skills in making things prettier or talking about certain things, even if you don't know exactly what you're talking about, but you know how to you know, flourish. I don't know. Even words are sometimes a mystery for me, because I know what embellish, I think embellish is the word that I was looking for. Like, I know what I'm trying to say most of the times, but English not being my native language is sometimes a little bit difficult in my brain to mix out the proper things that I want to say. I'm guessing a lot of people have this kind of anxiety as well, when they don't really know how to talk correctly a specific language. Let's say English, because that's the main language that all of the content creators try to go for, unless they're like specifically to their language and they're like in that niche for good. Which is nothing wrong per se, but discoverability, in layman terms, I guess discoverability is reduced by only being available to the persons that actually understand what you're saying. So yeah, that's one of the things over here. Like I said, I'm guessing a lot of people have that too. What can I do next? I'm guessing I have to kind of show the things. So the Late Night Friday show, yes, because they were rock solid. Sorry. I didn't know. No, I'm sorry. So we got a cooking show. Don't know how I'm gonna implement that. Next we got okay, the beginner and intermediate and pro. The level schemes are still for the cooking show section. Where to start? Okay, those are all ideas for that thing. And then we got game trailers. I actually called it good game trailers, so we could probably call this one, wait, GG. Get it? GG trailers. And don't know how news is going to be implemented in that. I don't have the necessary resource for the news section, although I have thought about that for a long time, but it's very hard. You cannot do any kind of news coverage regardless of what it is, even if you want to make it funny or just skits or even not real and just making fun of certain things. You still need to document yourself about what it is you want to talk about. If you want to make a joke, a stab at a certain meme, even if it's a meme or something like that, you gotta know what it references and what it's about, and because people want to get it or something like that, you're gonna have to understand what you're doing. That takes time. it either you're really good in like I said, at improv or some shit like that, and you can really create really fast content regarding tidbits of news and memes and stuff like that, and you have a chaotic schedule regarding that. But in my situation, I think it's more of a finding the time to actually sit down and prepare and work a little bit ahead of time. Because when I hit this go live button, due to the fact that, first of all, there's two problems, not necessarily problems, but two sides of the coin. One, there are either no viewers currently, or very few of my friends that interact with me. That's one flip side, and I try to stay focused as much as I can on the show, but I get slightly interrupted or whatever, and it's very hard to focus on something if you're trying to bring it up at the moment. And second of all is, if you're gonna actually start getting more traction or whatever like that, you're gonna also start getting more distraction, and you're gonna probably fall off the rails for certain things. That might also be a good thing, because it's going to help the show progress organically, naturally, and you can get used to that. I mean, that's a cool thing to have in it. Those conversations can spark a lot of discussion topics and ideas and all that. And that's a good thing. That's actually a good thing. But it's hard to focus something specifically around that, because that just happens naturally. So you kind of need to have some sort of a plan, at least a little bit. Or if you have somewhat of a podcast and you have people podcasting with you, that's kind of easier, because you don't have to necessarily have all of the topics or whatever. You can just focus on certain things that happen throughout your week or your days or whatever, and you can focus on those. You don't have to focus on everything all of a sudden, and you can bounce back and forth on the occurrences and ideas and topics that your other mates bring to the table. That would be one thing. Also, not working a full-time job and dedicating more of your time, I guess, to your content creation is definitely a helping matter. Then we have a trying. I keep doing that. How do I do that? Trying snacks and drinks. That's sort of a nice section to have. That lets me talk about different things, or just have a little sit back. I can focus on like having a drink, having a short little break from whatever it is that we're doing or showing off. Talk about bullshit. Maybe get some jokes in and stuff like that. Okay. I did write the news. So we do have the simple. Oh my god, my writing is so bad. I'm gonna blame the beer right now, because it's the smartest, dumbest, easiest, hardest thing I've done today, and it works for me. It can work for you. That's good for you. Cheers. So we got the simple, quick news. Yes, that's a thing. Still gotta figure out how to properly name all of the shows. Oh yeah, then we got the Weeb Talk, which is a nerdy book club sorta kinda show. I don't know. I guess we can call it that. We could do some anime talk. Anime or series. Talk. That's still on the back burner kind of idea. And we could have a mystery Funko, kind of like that. Then we definitely have our Wootbox, which is once per month. Which was already the section we started with today. Oh, it still goes on, don't worry guys. Oh yeah, we need the game. I don't know if this is gonna actually be here, but I'm gonna make it as a special thing. What is that thing? The games release calendar. Okay. Indies, I don't know. Okay, a different section could be the freebies, which are basically our Epic and Twitch. A nice topic is always gonna be Game Pass games. What's new to Game Pass, what games you should definitely check out, what games might actually get you to Game Pass specifically, worth it or not worth it. I don't know. I want to focus on Game Pass because that is so good value for a lot of things. Then we got our brick by brick, which is Lego. So kind of like a Lego thingamabob. I don't know. These are all things that I like and want to focus on and I want to do. How we implement them inside of all of this conundrum, I haven't yet figured out. But these things need to get over there on that machine paper. And we need to take it like one step at a time. I've heard the rule of 5. I've seen a Matt Diavella video about how you should literally take 5 minutes and make yourself work for 5 minutes on a specific task and just sit down and get started. Put a timer, don't let yourself distracted by anything else, and just focus on that one thing you really have to do. Most of the times, apparently, after those 5 minutes are up, you're actually gonna keep continuing working on the task and getting a lot more done than by not starting and just postponing it and thinking how to tackle it, or things like that. Okay, then we got board games, which is a different thing entirely again. Also one of those things I kind of want to focus on a lot more, because I love board games to death. I don't know how fast I can actually implement that, due to the fact that the dice rolling might make a little bit too much noise, considering I stream late after my really young daughter goes to sleep. Talking in a lower registered voice and doing all of this is not as bad as hearing the constant ticker, or whatever that specific name is called, from the dice throw. Oh yeah, there was one more thing. We got the real talk section, which is basically about me. Future things, I guess. Oh, hey there, Cam. What you doing? Welcome to the super awesome So No One Asked Me Anything kind of late night show propaganda extravaganza. I don't know. Just got home. Cool. Enjoy your Friday evening, boy. You've earned it. Okay, those are like my last thoughts. I can ask you something? Yes, you can. You may. You can ask me anything most of the time. We're friends. How am I? I'm great, man. I was sick yesterday, and I woke up with a swollen-ish eye. It still hurts. My eye still hurts a little. You guys can't really see that. It's this eye, but I can touch it now. It's like I said, it hurts, but not really the eyeball itself, just this part near the nose. It's like kind of a little bit hard, and it kind of hurts to the touch. I don't know what happened. I'm thinking it was like a draft that caught my a draft that caught my eye. No puns intended. You were worried. I'm sorry, man. I did tweet out. I don't tweet often, but I did tweet out that feeling sick a little bit, so not streaming. Gotta get my Twitter game back on the thing. That probably might have to be another thing I have to do here. So that's the NibletK YouTube. Ah, I know. The one thing I forgot. I need my Funko Space Tavern bar. What are we working on? Well, we're working on NibletK. Everything that we're gonna focus on from now on. I'm doing these kind of things since this is the main thing behind this. Since I can't really find the time for the entire preparations for certain things that I want to do, I have said to myself, let's implement like a nice, chill, relaxing Friday evening show. We're gonna make it into a show, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. Granted, I can do whatever the fuck I want every day, but that's besides the point. I want to play games as well. But yeah, there's a lot of like the behind the scenes things that you need to take care of, which take a lot of time and are harder to do sometimes. But having like a specific schedule is just like going to work. You're gonna know you're gonna have to do and get through some harder shit or some simpler days or whatever. And yeah, this is basically it. I don't know why I have this, so no one asked. I guess we're gonna call it like that. So no one asked. That is a punchline, because if you think about it, a lot of the influencer these kind of days, even if they're not specifically big, they start out with, so a lot of you guys asked me ... So I got asked this a lot ... So blah 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 asked me blah blah blah. Wondering why you stopped the old show. You had one on the Friday nights. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was talking about today as well. I started a lot of things and got to a specific point where I either dropped it or didn't feel it anymore, or tried to get focused on something else, or something happened on the line. And that is what we're kind of doing today. We're like reviewing our career, our past shows, our past ideas, our past videos and content creation that we've done and all that thing. This is gonna be like a step by step process. You enjoyed that format as well. Well, which one? Because we have done a couple. Let's see. This is like the super old stuff. Have I ever showed you this?
Hi, I'm NibletK. I just wanted to say I'm going on vacation. So
yeah, this is like really old school me. Moving out.
well, this is gonna be interesting. Microphone's right there, so I
Yes, I started to rewatch those.
I hope you do. As you can see, there's nothing.
This has very low audio quality,
Right there.
but it has been a journey. I mean, I can always rewatch this and I can see my evolution of standing still, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't really standing still. I did progress in more ways than one. Oh, look at Joy when she was little.
Hi, I'm NibletK and this is Joy. And she's just happy because I came home today. I was to the grocery store, bought some, how should I call them? Stuff that helps me do sushi. So I'm gonna be doing sushi for the first time today. Yeah.
Look at her. She doesn't do that anymore.
Bought her some treats
Look at how
because
cute and small she
she's
was.
always happy when I come home and give her a treat because she was alone a little bit and she doesn't like being alone. No, Joy doesn't like being alone. And as you guys can see, I got some.
Oh yeah, I opened up some monsters.
For Assassin's Creed Origins, as usual. I'm
Look at her. She's like,
whenever I
give me
feel
that.
like I gotta be energized. Why not give the code to someone that actually will enjoy it, right? So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Oh my god, that logo.
A pretty boring day up until now. Until I
It
get
was
to the part where
one of my
I'm
first,
gonna, you know, start making sushi.
I think. I think that was my first logo.
And also, Joy really enjoys playing with these things. She wants the energy. No? You want the energy? No, this is for grown-ups.
I had a tough time. I struggled drinking that due to the fact that I actually hate
Assassin's Creed Energy. Brought to you by
taking this
Joy.
thing off and then drinking from the
code. She just likes
how do you call this thing?
So enjoy.
Can.
I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yep, that's her having the time of her life. Not that she's not doing it now. 2017, yeah, long ass time ago. And that was my first logo. And then I started to do some sort of vlogs. What is this? What is this?
Right, hi, I'm NibletK and welcome to another vlog time episode. As you can see, the quality's gone down a whole lot. That's because I'm using my Samsung S2, that's right. The most antique phone that I have. Since I came here to Germany, this was the first smartphone that I owned. And it has been by my side up until now.
Oh
Now,
my
the
god.
deal was,
This is so
if I
bad.
get
But it's
my
still
lovely
cool.
bride the highly new
This is so funny.
S8, I will get her S6. So needless to say, get better quality, and I really enjoy the quality right now. Because we got our new softbox, it's nice and installed. We got our little dangly light that we said that if you pull on the string, there we go. It's actually not blue, it's actually white, but whatever.
Yeah, and it's also
Kinda
a
hard
piece
to
of
do
shit.
it with one finger. Guitar stand, everything's cool. So yeah, like I said, this is gonna be a short ass video.
Yeah,
Just to
short
see
ass
exactly
video.
how
I ended up talking
quality
3 minutes
differs
about
and-
nothing. We started doing a Hearthstone news thing. Then we got our loot crates. Oh my god, is this like the first? Tech bag? What the fuck did I do that? Codes giveaways. Loot crate. Oh yeah, these were the first things ever.
And let the nerdiness continue.
Oh man, these were so dope. I couldn't continue these because I kept running into the same problem. They came from far away and they had to go through the customs. Apparently this thing is not working properly. There we go.
Hey guys, I'm
Look at that. They were always dented and I had to go to the stupid customs office, which was very far away, and they always had like the stupidest time of work, which coincided with my own work time, so I always had to go away from work or take off from work to go pick up the packages, pay extra because they always charge you for them keeping the things there, even if it's for one day or whatever.
So been there, done that. I had to pay another fee.
See, I'm already talking about that.
Take a look at this. This is how one of the and I actually had to open this one up and show the guy what's inside. So yeah, we're not gonna need this. But I didn't look that much. I mean, I tried to, you know, not look as in what it is. I just said, yeah, t-shirt, toy, yada yada. I didn't really look that much, but I did see a few things. Now the crate itself, I have no idea what kind of theme they have.
It's bad, man. It's bad.
Look at the damage.
It's bad. I was really happy when I found. Whoops.
Like the cardboard.
I was really happy when I found Wootbox. Also, you missed the opening today.
This is what you get on the
You definitely missed something, but you'll see it in the VODs
Doesn't really matter. So
and on the
it's,
YouTubes.
themed, I guess. Let's see what we have. This guy is a little bit busted. Also, yeah, something that's not supposed to be in there. Let's make a little bit more room. Now what is this? It's a little bit, okay.
Actually,
This
the
is a big
cardboard is
daddy
now
figure.
super flat from that toy
And it looks
because
like this.
it stayed
Ooh.
how it should stay for a long time, and it
I should
kind of got molded
try to
back
see
into
how
it.
I can get the light out so that you can see
Something
it.
to
Well,
watch
I
on
guess you can
YouTube.
see it. Oh, that's the way.
Yeah. So that was that. Then I started Scepter Core, which also took a toll. Then we did some more Hearthstone. Then I started doing a Let's Talk and / Play Hearthstone pilot episode, and you guys see here I had to switch up. Where's my part 2? Why is the part 2 before the part 1? Whatever. It's a thing. It's a thing that I had to do, and I had to chunk it out. I don't know how, but I did it. You guys see a couple of day 9s over here, but I was talking about he was talking about Amazon coin, and I was like reiterating his things. And then we ended up playing some Hearthstone at the end of it. Also, this was my setup back then. I was facing the window.
Guys, like I said, we are back, and now that we
the
have
audio
finished
quality
with
is
the
a lot
whole,
better.
Seeing what other people have to say, let's see what yours truly has to say about some of these cards, and let's see exactly what these cards are, because there are a lot more cards that have been revealed.
Since what?
But not all the reviews have been made. Not everyone is gonna spill out content that fast, because they don't want to do just like a reaction video or a review video on just 2 to 3
What
cards.
mic did I
They
use
wanna
before the Yeti?
Utilize their time for more
The
cards
laptop mic.
at the time, so a bundle of them. So Azalina Soul Thief is the kind of card that I was talking about. It's definitely half meme card and half really good card for meta games that are going to
even after I got the Yeti, I didn't really,
decks that revolve around having a big hand all the time.
I didn't really
So we
get
can see
to use the
that,
Yeti
druids are
as its
gonna be forced
like
a
the
little
full
bit into
potential
having,
like right now,
big hand
because
size,
settings
Q-block,
were
and,
all over the
Warlock in
place,
general, like
and
Q-block
I only had like the
always
little
has
Yeti
a lot of, cards in
tripod
hand.
thing, which I
For instance,
usually
Big
placed
Priest also
somewhere
has a lot of
like
cards in
behind
hand
the
and
keyboard,
don't really utilize all of their
because I
cards
didn't like it having it right
that
under
fast.
me.
And usually
So it was
decks that
facing
revolve around,
me, but it was
playing like
farther
one
away
card
from
at
my
a
mouth
time always have a decent
most of
number
the times.
Cards in hand.
So yeah, those were that, like the super late night Hearthstone. Okay, that's a thing. That's a show we tried. And then we started doing like specific decks. I kind of had this down, worked a little bit more on our thumbnails, how they look. No writing or anything, just big ass graphics over there. I think like this was probably the coolest setup I had in regards to my green screen.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the NibletK show. Today we're gonna try to climb to Legend in my favorite game, Hearthstone, the snarfiest of stones ever created. Please show the game. Thank you. See, OBS, you can work fine like wine. Thank you very much.
Oh, it was so nice being able to like be an idiot on stream. Especially when I was alone at home. I could like scream a little bit more and get hyped and curse.
I don't even have Rogue to the highest level possible. Yet again, try to get the 500 wins. So what we're going to try to do today is try to do...
Yeah, well, at least I did. I still had like 1080 60s videos, right? That's good. This was a cool setup. I forgot exactly what else did I do. The NibletK Hearthstone Royale. Look at me. Look at how fat I was. The Hearthstone Royale?
NibletK, and I welcome you to a Hearthstone video. Today I want to talk about an idea that I have and I would like to share with Blizzard, and hopefully this will reach popularity, so to say, and I really hope that this idea takes flourish and will be
I had an idea.
The game that I love a lot, which is Hearthstone. So let's get right into the whole gist of the thing, and we will try to explain exactly what I mean by this. So we have two things. We have Hearthstone, which relies a lot on having a community. People play with one another, they have fun, they compete with one another, yada yada yada.
Or not anymore.
Gatherings are a thing where you can actually meet up with people and have a lot of fun. Now, there is a new mode that is taking Twitch by storm, which are basically the Royale games. So Battle Royale, especially Fortnite. So my idea is, why the hell can we not make a mode in Hearthstone that is Hearthstone Royale? It is a one-on-one, fast-paced tournament. 100 players go in, and of course I don't have like the whole details about how the mode is actually going to be, because I am not a game designer. Blizzard has an entire team that revolves around designing games, so don't ask me for questions for answers about, well, how can this game actually be? What is the balance and that kind of stuff? That is not up to me. I just have the idea and I want to pitch it to Blizzard, and hopefully I get a little thank you there. And I just
or not.
I pretty much just want this thing to be out there. Now, how do I envision a Hearthstone Royale mode? Well,
It was actually a good, cool idea.
Let's take a look. We can actually, we can leave it like this. So let's take a look. This is the dungeon run, right? So let's say when you enter Hearthstone Royale, you, like in dungeon run, you pick only your class, and you start off with a specific deck. Of course, that deck can be not necessarily as weak as in the dungeon run, because you're not gonna play against, a 10 health.
Sadly, not a single F was given.
Minion or something like that.
Just hear me out.
You're gonna play against another human. Now, the fun thing is, what is going to be really interesting about this mode is because Blizzard is actually going to make this, if this gets made, you're gonna have the choices of making your deck stronger as you progress through through the event, so to say, by giving you the opportunities, just like in Monster Hunt. But let's say they make it a little bit more balanced, right? So that you don't have like really overpowered decks, but you have specific things that you can get, and depending on how you know that you can do those specific things and what kind of deck you might want to create, those are the choices that you are going to go for. Now, I leave this entirely up to Blizzard, what they think that a decent deck size is that you get from the beginning. And we actually have here a sheet. I think this one's it. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is for 100 players, but pretty much, wait, I can't make it bigger. I don't know.
It literally says 128 team single elimination.
So this is pretty much a single elimination play, because you want to make it a little bit fast-paced, and it should be something like you can't really walk away. If you go outside the tournament, you're actually forfeiting. You cannot step back and then try to re-enter the game and continue from where you left off, because this is going to be 100 players doing it simultaneously, trying to get to the last person, because that is the whole gist of making a Royale game, right? It has to be fast-paced, and it has to be one-on-one action really fast, and the last man standing, so to say. So single elimination, your deck against his deck.
Okay, that was an idea sometime. Oh, look at me.
Hello there, guys. I'm NibletK, and I'm listening to Linkin Park.
Yeah, I'm just gonna DMCA myself again for no reason. Yeah, not gonna what the hell is that thing? Oh my god, that is old. We got SpongeBob and Patrick over there. This was like a thing.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm NibletK, and welcome to the first ever episode. Well, it's actually pilot episode of Beneath the Tavern. Now, what is this? This is a Hearthstone podcast and more. Sometimes, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out together as we go along. Now, people have to bear with
I
me,
tried so hard to do
especially
anything Hearthstone related
folks.
shows.
Talk a little bit
I
about
just
Hearthstone
could
at first.
not get
Let's
myself to
introduce
do
this concept
something cool.
a little bit more.
Had the
Like I said,
ideas.
I'm NibletK. I'll be your host.
My
your
production sucks.
podcaster, your
But I did learn a lot of crap in these little fun experiments and tryouts.
a little bit more people on the show. But right now, we're just trying to see exactly how things will actually work.
This is the fifth
So
idea.
what's the show going
I
to be
have
about?
no idea.
Well, it's a podcast.
It
so
tried.
we're gonna
It
maybe
tried a lot of things.
hold on to your butt. Levi. We're going to be. So this is on the official site. Maybe on turn 10 if you drop 2 of these.
Yeah, mostly card reviews and
See the
taking a look at
Druid
some
class.
of the things.
Someone else. Wow, I am not prepared for this. That even wasn't even on my list.
Oh, I had a list. I had a list. Oh my god, I was a little bit prepared. I had a list. None of them went past the 3rd episode. Yeah, you could say I went a little bit too fast on the things. Here's the daily grind. Which was another kind of show that revolved around what? I forgot. All right, this was the free-to-play challenge. Yeah, this was day 5. Where's the day 1? The daily grind day 1. I actually went with this one for a whole week.
Right here and press play on Hearthstone now. Hello there guys, I'm NibletK and welcome to the Daily Grind. This is a new series which, wait, let me see if I can actually make this. Ooh. That is a little bit over the top, but here, good enough. Again, hello and welcome to the Daily Grind, a new series brought to you by yours truly.
Yours truly, my ass.
What is the Daily Grind? At the end of the month, the last week, at the end of the month, the last week of the month, you know what I'm saying? We will be playing a week's worth of a random new free-to-play game. We're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna start fresh, even if it is a game that I'm already playing, because we are going to jump into Hearthstone immediately. We will be jumping into free-to-play games, mostly free-to-play games. That's the whole idea of the game, and see exactly how much time investment do you have to get involved with, what it is that you have to grind essentially to stay up to date with the game, how hard it is to get into the game, how free to play it is, how pay to win it is, and all that jazz.
The idea was a good idea. It's basically dedicating a whole week to a free-to-play game such as Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering, or basically card games in general, or any kind of other free-to-play game that there's out there. I don't know if they're brawlers or anything like that, but I started out focusing on card games. So the whole idea was, let's dedicate a week and see if we can dedicate a couple of hours per day. At that time, I think I was doing about 3 to 4 hours daily. Yeah, you can already see that the first day is like 3.5 hours long. And I would try to see how fast it is, how far you can get along in 1 week, as in how easy it is to acquire your start, how easy or hard is it to acquire further expansions or whatever it is that you want to expand into, and try to be at least a little bit competitive in the game and what it has to offer, as in daily rewards, how much do packs and cards cost if you don't want to pay money, and how much do they actually cost if you want to pay money, how far left behind would you be if you don't spend any money, or things like that. That was like the basic idea of this one. Then I started World of Warcraft Small Adventure, which was a thing. Bottled up. Hearthstone talk again. The main channel was very Hearthstone focused. I was like dedicated to being a Hearthstone content creator. I was never on the whole basically I was never on the whole idea of being a variety streamer, right? Because I actually did like Hearthstone a lot. And I was sort of a Blizzard fanboy. Oh my god, look at this thing.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to Beneath the Tavern. Hello. It is I, your host, NibletK. And like I said, welcome to a Hearthstone podcast. And more, occasionally. I wanna say that
the lighting is so bad.
this is starting to be really cool. It is a Hearthstone podcast.
But it kind of
grand
matches
system.
like the decor of these
But
lights, which kind of
We're
has something going for it.
slowly coming around to
It was kind of nice because it had sort of a theme, but
so that's basically your go-to combo. But
I
you
didn't do a
really
custom
want
one.
to draw
This
everything from
frame
there.
is exactly the
This is
same
a good
frame
card.
from
It's
before,
card that draws
only
4
squished.
things out of your deck for 4 mana. So
That was
really
my
fills out your
solution.
deck and, like a combo as soon
Look, I
as
have a different frame
on
now.
that turn, especially.
You
So
can
I think
actually
it's a
see
good
it.
card,
It's
but I
just
don't know exactly how well it's going to be facing against the really.
that was one solution. Then we started Gamescom. Yeah, that's right. IRL. This is heading out to Gamescom. This was me talking about going there. And this was... Wait.
What can she say? She can't really say anything. She's not gonna say now. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the show. I'm NibletK, and today we're on our IRL stream. Why do I call this an IRL stream? Well, it's pretty much gonna be a short-ass stream with me telling you some things up and coming.
And then we go to
How do you put on
Hearthstone.
Go.
Yeah, that was so obvious. And then I actually started doing some of the things. So we ended up getting the loot crates.
Guys, I'm NibletK. Welcome to a vlog slash unboxing video, all that jazz. I am
These were
just
really cool.
back out of Cologne in Germany. You know, Gamescom was a blast. You know, my little BlizzCon. So without
That's what
further
we
ado,
ended
I
up
guess
calling
this
it,
is
because we were
sort
like
of a
really big Blizzard
very
nerds.
unboxing slash showing off, you know, swag that we got from the Gamescoms. See? Gamescom. Okay, that's like literally here you can see the Gamescom bullshit. This is the I really gotta put this over here.
I want to say,
No, wait, I need
I don't know exactly what. I mean, I know what the big difference is of why that stream looks really good,
I guess
in my
that's
opinion.
how I can do it.
It's because of the lighting.
Cool.
The lighting is
Why am I doing
broad
this?
ass
It's so that I
daylight,
can see
which is
what I'm
something
talking to you. I'm
I
talking
cannot
to you
do right
guys.
now because
I
I
can
stream
also
in the
see
evenings.
What I'm seeing, you know, with your eyes on the second screen when I'm holding things like this in front. Whatever it is that I'm holding in front, and I can't really see what I'm doing. If I block off my entire view, I still won't be able to see what exactly I'm showing. So I might be putting like my hand over there, and I want to show you the tip of my finger, and I won't be able to see past, you know, from behind. Well, I'll have another split image of this image on my second monitor. So
I'm such an idiot. Why am I explaining what a second monitor allows me to
So,
do? Why?
First
Why?
things first,
Why?
we're gonna start off
Why?
by being dumb,
Yeah.
I guess.
Sure thing, dude. You got a
Really
second
gotta get the
monitor.
stickers off.
Cool. You can see yourself.
Probably even this. There we go.
Because you
No,
can,
that-
obviously.
Hey, Destiny cap. Really cool. Should be good. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect little swag to start off. The swagathon. Swagathon.
The thong.
We got a bunch of stuff that is useless.
I went for almost an hour
Here we
on
have
stuff.
Spider-Man stickers. So we got Spider-Man, Oscorp, Daily Bugle, and some new Spider-Man logos.
And PS4.
Also, the PS4, just like the red PS4 sticker, I think that's really cool, right? I think that's really cool. Next on the list, we got some Bethesda stickers. Now I don't really know everything, but I do know that this is Fallout. That's obviously Fallout, right?
Quake.
This is from Quake.
Yes.
Don't question me, but I know this is from the Elder Scrolls, right? So yeah, those are really cool. I think
And
this is Anarchy or some shit like that. Something.
No, that's Rage.
And I think this is Skyrim, but I'm not 100% sure. So, but the stickers are still like really cool.
Nerding out on things that you don't know about.
That's all I have to say for now. This is a Overwatch raffle ticket, like what you get at fairs when you have to play those mini games, and you get a bunch of tickets, and you can use these tickets for something. Now, what was the thing with Overwatch? They had
I actually enjoyed this a lot. It was really
three
cool.
specific
I missed
things
the whole thing.
the Overwatch
I would like to
was.
go to Gamescom
One of
each
them
year.
was a long ass
I
line
never had
to playing
the
Lucio Ball.
full Gamescom experience
And at certain
because it goes on
times,
for
of the day.
4 days, I think. We always ended up going for
contest competition.
a day and a half,
between,
basically.
Groups of 3, so 4 groups of 3 going head to head, basically, against each other, and there were specific prizes for first place till last place, right? Right. So the first place, they would give out Bastion's map. So, and you would get these things plus some other things, which is a water recipient with Lucio, which I will be showing off right now, actually, because I have them over here, handy dandy. So these are the nice little water things. They have this carabine, I think that's how you call it in English. I'm not sure, whatever.
I'm not sure about a lot of things, am I?
But not in that way. Check out, I guess, Rune Online, DE, so that's Germany. If you're from Germany and you like cutesy stuff, check them out, see what they're all about. I didn't check them out yet, but I'll definitely drop by and see what they're all about, because this thing looks hilarious. It looks really funny.
Yeah, it's a red cat eating a panda ear. What's it not to love about it?
So let's get started.
Oh, this is a lot of crap. A lot of codes. Congratulations. Oh, look.
TeamSpeak badge.
My Discord Wampus.
Jesus Christ. Focus.
My Wampus pin.
Focus on the little piggy. There we go.
He's not a pig, is he?
There they are. So thick.
Cool. Then we went on another thing after we opened those. More Hearthstone. Then I started Destiny. I'm not sure that I finished it. Maybe I did. We had some Rockstar codes. Then we did some Heroes of the Storm against AIs, because I'm a wuss. I guess I could start it up and just play League of Legends now. That's a thing. We did some Diablo, Reaper of Souls. We started off really going in on the whole whatchamacallit, unboxings of Wootbox. That thing started off. They kind of stried it away a little bit from Hearthstone. I mean, I still got Hearthstone and whatnot. We did like the Battle.net giveaways, which I stopped because that was a costly thing for nothing, obviously. But I went through it and I learned it. That's not a thing that you should do, especially not at the beginning. That's my shortest stream. 39 seconds, okay, under a minute. I was like, okay, bye. I think, I don't know. Then more Diablo, so still in the Blizzard thingamabob. Yeah, Destiny was on the Blizzard thing. That was it. It was still on the I forgot the Blizzard launcher. Then I did some Gwent because I didn't understand it for the longest time, and it was changed. And I always wanted to get more into Gwent, but didn't get to it. We did one of those Discord Nitro games. This thing had a lot of views. Now it's on Game Pass. Well, I mean, Gwent is always free. Or did you mean Destiny? Destiny's on Game Pass? I don't know. Motivation, creativity. Yeah, that's a thing. Destiny, okay. I mean, Destiny is still like a free-to-play game up to a certain point. You can try it and play it for free, I think, even on Steam. I don't think you need to buy all of the game. You just need to buy like the latest expansions if you want to unlock everything. I might be totally 100% wrong on that, but that's what I remember. So yeah, I tried a lot of Gwent. This is my sound card and studio monitors. Then we started MapleStory 2, which was fun. But it's an MMO and I didn't lose my life over it. Back to Hearthstone, which was a Gold Rush event. This is the point where I have learned so fast that you guys are insane when you guys compete in these kind of games. There is no chance in hell that I can compete on those levels whilst having a normal life and not focusing straight and mainly and only, I guess, on the gaming aspect. It is so hard to be competitive and professional about it. This is the gold rush. You have to start basically fresh and get to, I don't know how much gold as fast as possible, and a lot of people were in it, and I don't know, I just got very fast outbeat. There's Thronebreaker. I think this went on for longer than 4 days, but yeah, there we go. Part 1 and 2. I don't know why I did that. I actually ended up playing through a game completely, which was not Hearthstone. Granted, it still had cards in it because it's Gwent based and the battles were Gwent-ified, but you still had a nice deck building aspect and going around the map and stuff like that, base building, and it had more elements and a nice story to it. I really liked the Thronebreaker game. It was really good. That's when I like started to feel about what it is, you know, being a variety streamer. I was like, this could be something. And this is where I started, you know, this is where I talked about the Gold Rush event and did it so quickly because someone already won, and I was like 10% done, and I was like, holy shit, no, never again. Here we got some BlizzCon goodie bag unboxing, more vlog times, still figuring shit out, like the cartoon. Wait, where was that thing? I saw the 20 seconds one. So this was supposedly my shortest stream, but I've done something even shorter. I've done a 20-second video. I've done a 20-second video, and it I'm such an idiot. Look at me. It's actually 19 seconds. It's probably 19 seconds and something.
Okay, so here's the shortest motivational speech ever. Close this video and go do something creative. And here it is. I'm closing it and I'm gonna do something creative. Bye.
I'm such an idiot. Meh. This is something I've done.
Hey there guys, it is I, NibletK. I would like to welcome you to my first ever video project.
Yeah.
Short film, movie, project, extravaganza. Anyways, I told you guys in a video that I was...
This was me trying to figure out how to record and do things on my phone.
An instrument, playing the bass. Also, this is the first project, you know, a weekly project where I try to do something and then we're gonna try to maybe document it in a short little film, a short video, something like this.
And it was junk.
So, I have been a bass player for a couple of years now, but I haven't played for almost 7 to 8 years. I haven't even touch the bass, like only maybe just a little, just to do like something like that and then just put it aside, you know, something just a little bit to fiddle around with. But I want to get back into the habit of actually playing the bass, you know, getting down to those roots, to those beats, to those rhythms and all that.
And then I stopped again.
I'm really rusty. Okay, that was a little bit over exaggerated, but you get the point. I'm rusty. So what do you need to do when you're rusty? You gotta really go there, take it from scratch, make a line, and start climbing up the ladders yet once more. So that said, I'm going to show you a couple of key exercises when getting into bass or guitar.
Like the #1 exercise that everyone shows you.
So the main thing is finger technique and starting to get used to actually, you know, picking, playing, and pressing down on the frets. This is not a beginner tutorial or anything. This is just me getting back into practicing, and these are some of the exercises that I did when starting out.
I'm wearing the Salvation Trauma t-shirt.
Go on your 5th fret, which is over here. You can see it by those little dots. You can also, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Also, the lighting, how it's made, you guys see absolutely no frets whatsoever.
So that means 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you can see them now a little bit. Did I do the spider?
Jumping all over, pretty much. You might say, that's not really helping my stretches very much. The thing is, you're always going to have your main string, and then you can always jump to the other strings. And that's where it gets complicated, because you're going to go 1, 2. That I already messed up. From the 5th, you know, to the last one. It's a stretch, you know, especially this thing. This looks like I'm. But that's not the point.
Spider nib. Okay, that was a thing that we've done. Then I started, like the last video, I didn't I said I was gonna focus on more gaming and Wootbox and stuff like that. So stuck with the Thronebreaker, and the end. There we go. 28 episodes in. Hey there, Mateen. Welcome. Then we went back to a lot of Hearthstone and Diablo, and basically that was... Oh, here's a fun little project I had. 100 games. Let's try to play 100 games. And I played none. But the Wootbox definitely went on more and more. This is where I started like to do like my full streams over there, and figuring out, trying to do more of the graphics. With the not clickbaiting necessarily, but you know, more like specific thumbnails and stuff like that. It was definitely a lot more interesting to do. Also, that face. This one was kind of funny, the Budget Hunter. But then I started playing some other games. We've played through last day of June, which was a nice, relaxing game. Tried Minion Masters. Was cool. This is where I really started to get into the whole let's be something else. No more only Hearthstone and whatnot. I still didn't give up on Hearthstone completely at that point, I think. Then we played Thimbleweed Park. And we had some more Wootboxes. Then we came back to Hearthstone, was a new expansion, blah blah blah. And we made more Thimbleweed. I started Torchlight and didn't finish it. Then we tried doing some Hearthstone Mondays, I guess. I don't know. Some of the things. I had a birthday stream. Oh yeah, I opened up a lot of loot chests on my birthday. Don't know why. I had a bad arena run. Tried more Torchlight. Still didn't finish it, from what I know. I've gotten very far, but I haven't finished it. Pulling the plug on Let's Plays. So this was a turning point at you know what I was thinking. I was like, I'm pulling the plug on the Let's Plays, and I'm gonna be focusing more on Hearthstone. What do I do next? Well, I do some more Wootboxes, and then I start playing another game. Playthrough. I had a couple of nice vlogs, which helped me discover. At this point, I was really... I already got my camera. Still, I still use a webcam for the live sessions. But I started experimenting. You guys can actually see...
Here you go.
Wait, let me show you something. Like... Here's the Wootbox.
Since I did this, so it's time to...
This is the webcam.
It's time to Wootbox! Yeah, it's time to Wootbox. This one's gonna be a fire yet again. I guess you can see.
This is the webcam, right? This
Here, guys.
is me on a real camera.
Known as NibletK on the internet. Sorry about the shaky cam.
There's Joy.
Holding the camera on the tripod. Anyway, today we're gonna start everything from scratch. We're taking everything. Ooh.
Maybe not the lamp.
Okay, maybe not that thing. We're taking everything down and we're gonna take everything back to the roots. As you guys can see,
That was such a hard cut.
Also, we got a couple of cats here, another one here.
A couple of cats. It's literally one.
I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys. We got cat number 1 over here. My cat, Joy.
Oh yeah, Whiskey was here with us.
Cat tower. And we also got our neighbor's cat, Senor Whiskey. Yeah. 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 And he kind of took over my space right now. As you guys can see, he's in my gaming chair. She's looking like, what the hell are you doing? And I had to... That's my spot now.
Yeah, I improvised.
Very crowded. Okay, so what's the first thing that we actually need to do? Well, to be honest, like I said, we're gonna take everything back to square one, to the roots. So that means we gotta take everything down off the walls.
You started to use those annoying cuts. I mean, don't really know any other cuts anyways, but
focusing on YouTube and on Twitch, so on streaming. And funny thing is, if you don't feel inspired, if you don't feel well in the workspace that you're trying to do these videos in, as you guys can see, I'm still nervous in my own home, in my own space. I don't feel as comfortable and as inspired. That all needs to change. Plus side, I really want to grow a community that is focused on learning and expanding and, you know, just being part of a community that loves games and wants to help each other out to progress.
They work well in music clips, but not in vlogs. I mean, in theory, anything works.
You know, YouTube is not
as long as you're doing
video. It's about editing. It's about
a decent job.
You know, design. It's
That's
about
my
music.
approach
It's
to
about
it.
A lot of stuff. Same goes for gaming. Gaming is not just turning on the stream.
The
and
cuts
start playing.
might
No
need to
one's
be
going to ever find you.
a little
There's
bit
a lot of
more
things that go into
dense
it. And right now,
and
we're
have
focused
like
on
for a
those things, and we're
transition
gonna
from
take
one
it
thing
step
to
by step.
another.
So, yeah,
Even
let's
if you're
get
doing
right into
cuts,
this. First step, getting
cut
all
to
that
a couple of things
but
really
first, I need some
quickly,
tools.
like bam, 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 and
Should
then
be able to find
show
something in here.
the last
Hopefully.
thing
Hopefully I'll find something. So
where
let's-
the action took you.
might work. Do I actually need a hammer? Maybe not.
See, like something
might
like
do the
this. This works.
This might actually do the trick. Also, I apologize in advance for always looking to the right. Still getting used to that. Focusing on the lens is really, really, really important. But when you have a screen up to the right, you tend to go always watch what you're doing, what you're saying, if you're in frame. Plus the little eye catcher thing is always like, ooh, 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 where are you, where are you, where are you? You know, and it's distracting until you get used to it. So that's also a thing that we're gonna talk about in the future.
Nope. He was like, nope, I ain't doing this.
Joy, I'm sorry, but I have to move you. But this is always gonna be your spot. I don't think she cared. Nope, not a care in the world. Got a figurine. So another reason why I can't use the green screen anymore.
Diablo
is
2?
actually
What?
the cats can reach it, and it's a very nice thing for them to dig their claws into, and it's starting to show. It's still okay, but I don't know for how long. In other words, let's just take it down.
When? I don't know. I'm currently like really short on what people call money. I can't really. I'm thinking maybe only next year.
I think I have too much junk.
I never have too much junk. Maybe not enough.
My wife would probably say the same thing.
She does every day.
This is gonna suck. Hey, we did it! Now that we got all of that out of the way, I can actually get to unpinning that from the wall, so time to get to work, boys!
Chum, pum, pum, pum. These were my first attempts at kind of having a bigger edit. It was definitely fun learning the edits and stuff like that.
Last two. And that's it. It's gone. It's gone. Look at this crap. There, we did it. Isn't that just looking a whole lot better? More room. It's a blank canvas. I can do what the hell I want now. Woohoo. Nice and tidy, or so they say. Look at this. Look at this. And it's not the only spot. C'est la vie. Can't use it. I can't use it. I got cats. I'm talking to you. Joy. Hey. Yeah, cats, man. I love them. Okay, next on the list, we got that wall full of pictures and whatnot and posters. I tried to keep everything framed, yet I still feel I'm disorganized because, let's face it, I got random things. That means random stuff, random geometry, so to say. And sure, a lot of things in the same place, even though they're random, look cool, but I don't have a lot, and I don't have like specific things. So we gotta work on that. Until then, everything needs to go. I'm gonna store all of these. I'm not throwing them away. I'll figure something out, something better. Also,
For now, they're still stored.
Did I mention I was in a band when I was younger? I don't know how much you can see that, but that over there, that's me.
Hell yeah.
Time for you.
I'm such an idiot.
To be honest, I haven't quite figured this thing out completely. I have no idea where I can store all of that. Because I don't have the space to store all that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something out. But until then, I'm gonna show you guys with what we're working with now.
I'm still figuring shit out.
That is
a lot.
Guys, that is it for me. That is it for this video specifically. We've done the wall. We took everything off. In the upcoming video, the upcoming series, whatever you want to call it. So the next time, we're gonna focus on getting our desk clean. Also, by getting our desk clean, basically just cleaning it up a little bit.
A little bit. A little bit. Oh yeah, then we had these things. This is where I experimented a lot with the loot boxes. Kind of gotta get back into the happy state that I was in. This was my favorite box, I think.
Hey guys. Oh yeah, take a look at that. My cat's over here. Hey. Today, we are taking a look at another Wootbox. Mold. I just busted my lip. Okay, my teeth. That's okay. More specifically, the last Wootbox of this year, December. Okay. Enjoy is like, what the hell? What is that? What? Also, my lip still hurts. Damn. Still using the trusty little spider code that I got. Also, thanks a lot, notifications. I'm really curious, what do we have this time? Oh! Okay.
Those were so chaotic and funny.
Wootbox, December 2019 Express.
Yeah, I think that was a better format, in theory.
Also, nice little stamps over there. First, we got a, I don't even know what this is. It's like a keychain, a pin, or something. It's from Star Trek Beyond. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that thing is. Command Science Operation. It's just a badge, so I'm guessing you can place this on your t-shirt or something like that. Next, we have another one of these little Titans.
Yeah, this was probably one of my
Titans vinyl figurines.
favorite episodes.
So you don't really know what you're gonna get inside. Also, it doesn't really matter when you open the box because it still contains a wrapper. The box looks something like this. Nice little graphic over there. Don't really know much about Battlestar Galactica. Where's the thing? That thing. Okay, so we got an ugly chick. President Roslin. Yeah. Little figurine like that. Kinda cool. Another cool thing that we got, something that I was complaining about.
I'm such an idiot sometimes.
Boxes, other than the special one. Funko Pop. Now I know some of you guys don't enjoy Funko Pops. I do, as you guys can see. I'm starting to have a little bit of a collection over there.
Yeah, and it grew a lot more.
Funko Pop.
We're now on 2 complete rows already,
And we now
and
have
already started on the 3rd one.
here, which is also a bobblehead Funko Pop.
Yeah,
The glare is a little bit
that guy was really busted a little bit.
He has the little pistol over there.
Okay, we went on. Cat Quest Volson. I actually ended up finishing Volson. We did some oh my god, this was a bad idea. How to start streaming. I did like the setup that I had here. But I can't use that setup anymore. It takes up too much space of the room. We ended up finishing Volson. Then I played the demo. And then we started Final Fantasy 15. Then I had a little bit of time in the new Hearthstone expansion. Then more Final Fantasy 15. And then the Final Fantasy 7 Remake came out. Ah, yes, this was the The Hype Down was my show. I even forgot its name. We had the Less Than 3.
I'm NibletK and welcome to the first ever episode, pilot episode of Less Than 3. In this series we'll be taking a look at really short videos. We're going to do them all under 3 minutes, thus the Less Than 3. And also we are going to be focusing on the things I love. So the things I enjoy, I love. So in this episode we're going to combine two things I really like. Back to my childhood, I always loved Lego. So we have Lego, and I also am a big Batman fan. So Lego Batman stuff. I got these as a birthday gift from my dear friend Sergio, who knows that I'm always going to be a little kid at heart, and he really knows me. And
this was a fun episode.
Funny short story about him actually ordering the stuff. He wanted to get me figurines. He went on Amazon, and in his super excitement of him getting me cool stuff, he actually ended up ordering, instead of figurines, playing cards, which we will be maybe reviewing in another video. Right now, let's get into these guys. We got 4 of these beautiful figurines. They're limited editions.
This was a nice one.
Robin, Joker, Harley Quinn, and Mr. Bats, of course, Batman himself. And we also have this nice little display case for figurines, which is also Batman themed. So we have the nice little Gotham thing in the back. Although I'm not entirely sure if that's gonna rank. Limited edition Joker. He has a nice little grin, and he also has the explosives. We got a little Harley Quinn limited edition. She has a cool hairdo, and she's also rocking some roller skates. Limited edition Robin with his nice little smile, cape, and also grappling hook. And of course, cool Batman with his little utility belt over there. Obviously a mean expression, and also another kind of grappling hook. And the coolest cape. And that concludes our first ever episode of Less Than 3. I'm not gonna put these guys inside of the display case just now, because I am going to have to fiddle around with it, because I want to have the cardboard background, which if I take it off now, it won't be as good. So I'll have to figure that out, and that's just gonna take a longer time. So until next time, I guess I'll see you guys with some other crazy less than 3 minutes nerdy goodness from yours truly, NibletK. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I had fun, and stay safe.
Wow. Like I said, that was a... Ah, shit. Screwed up my timeline. Where was we? Where was we? Oh... So much. Yeah, the less than 3 things were something. Oh, the Blizzard stuff.
Hey there guys, it's me, NibletK, and today we're gonna do an unboxing video of something that came and I was waiting for a long time. Also, I'm very close to the microphone and I shouldn't really talk so loud.
I went through a ton of
Some of you might know
changes.
I'll give you a hint. It's from Blizzard. Oh, baby! Oh, yeah! Let's get that thing out of there. Oh, yes!
I didn't really care too much about how I looked that day. Just put something on and I wanted to get inside of the boxes.
Here we have Remake. Remake statue, our first statue.
I actually would like to do more of these kind of contents.
Warranty.
I don't know, I just like unboxing cool shit.
How should I do?
But it's expensive as hell, dude.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rip everything. There we go. Looks much better. So we got our grain name.
Professional unboxer. At your service. You can hire me whenever.
Next we have.
I'll just rip everything apart.
Turn this around like
That's a bad idea.
just a second, guys. Let's make this pedestal over here. Does that look good? Hope so. Also, my hair is a mess. Who the fuck cares?
Told you.
First things first. Let's get our figures out of the box and see how they look like. Man, this is harder than I thought.
Yeah, because I thought opening a box is easy.
I don't want to screw this up. Holy shit! That is a
big boy.
That is a big piece. I'm gonna have to come over here. Luckily, these things come apart. This thing comes right out.
I actually managed not to drop anything,
Then
which
we
is
got the
surprising, because I was very
base.
close to dropping
Oh my God,
everything.
so much stuff, so little place. So much. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Hell yeah!
I was really excited about my first figurines. Like, big,
Come on, focus it.
cooler figurines, not Funko Pops.
There we go. Look at that detail.
Now, granted, there are better figurines, more detailed than the ones that I have, but still.
My camera's a little bit too high on the. Trying to get out of.
Okay, those were those things. Again, we ended up starting to play a couple of games. Ended up actually finishing more games. Started the whole Final Fantasy. Then we started the Hype Down, which was a show in itself. Then we started Final Fantasy VII. This was the first game that I streamed off of the PlayStation. And I remember, Cam, you helped me out a lot in figuring out how to do that. I think we had an entire troubleshooting day of getting that shit to work. And I believe the first episodes actually stutter, or maybe the first episode is me trying to figure out some of the things. The first episodes actually have shitty quality.
Put it as a comment. Special actions. Charges can be used immediately or saved.
Soldier Boy's deal. Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife.
Because I tried. Yeah, see, it looks really bad. So I tried streaming it in 1080. I pre-ordered that shit. I didn't pre-order it, but I've gotten the Deluxe edition, the Remake Deluxe edition.
Hey there guys, I'm NibletK and I'm very happy today. Also, welcome to another episode of Less Than 3, where we do whatever we want in under 3 minutes. Okay, that said, today I am very excited to be on.
We actually went 7 minutes.
We will be unboxing the Final Fantasy VII Remake Deluxe edition. I have been waiting for this since I saw that it's out. So we have been waiting for this, and when it was out, it was also out of stock on Amazon. So I had to wait a little bit, but as soon as it was available, well, needless to say, here it is. Also, we gotta be real careful. We gotta be real careful not to damage anything. So
Imagine me trying to point that thing inside, say not to damage, and
got away from the box. Got away from the box. Away! Hooray!
do you guys
Yes, the smell of new
do you guys also sniff out new things?
It's very matte, and how it was sealed, it has like a really weird texture to it. I don't know. But first things first.
I do.
This thing
I don't know
over
why.
here, it's really cool because it's not just printed on, it has like a little bit of texture to it outside of the cardboard a little bit, so you can actually feel the letters. This is just print. So this is just print, this is special.
It's
Now
you,
let's get inside of the
LGR
box.
and a few
Gently.
peeps.
Upon opening the box, this is what you are greeted with. So I'm guessing
Of course
that's
you would
the-
say that. Of
that's
course.
the
Wow.
art book. That's the steel cover.
This was a nice
with
episode.
And lastly, we have our little art book, complete black on the back with the Square Enix logo on the back. On the front, as usual, we have our Final Fantasy Cloud artwork. Looks really cool. Yes, you can hear my cat a little bit. And inside, that's
See?
so the cover on the back looks something like this, and the cover in front looks something like this. And then we have a little bit of an intro where it says Section 1, Characters, Summons, Section 2, Enemies, Environments, Gadgets, and Tech. So we're gonna take a little bit a look at characters. This is Cloud. It's nice that you also have the Japanese and then the normal version. I do have it in German, so this is all gonna be in German.
High on mold.
You're gonna have it in your language. It's gonna be in your language. If it's English, it's English. Then you have a little bit more of design and maybe a little bit of concept art. That frog is so cool. Toad Cloud, Aerith, Tifa, Barret. Why do they keep making them toads? A little bit of the side content characters.
I understood that
side
after
characters. Then we have
playing.
Sephiroth as well. Enemies that you can see, we have the Chocobos and the Fat Chocobo art. We have the Cactar, and we have some normal enemies. We also have some bosses in there. I'm not gonna show it just so we don't spoil it. Then we have some environments, things like this. And we also have some gun artwork. The rest of the gun artwork is kind of spoilery because you're gonna see what you can get in the game, so I'm not gonna show that. We are, however, gonna show some of the vehicles, which is also the end of the booklet. That said, it's a really nice little art book. It's not that big.
Not that big. Well, not my face. Could be bigger. Yeah. The fail. The hype down episodes. Is this where I had like the opening intro?
Whoa, whoa. Hello. Hello and welcome. Oh my god.
No, I don't think this was it. I don't think you guys saw this one. Or maybe.
Welcome all of you fine folks.
Yeah. It was sort of like a trailer time. Ah, there we go. The height down. I did call it trailer time. JP needs to send me money. Fuck! I should have kept going with it. I should have kept going with it.
Hello. Here we go.
Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Hype Down, the show about something and nothing all alike. I'm your host, NibletK.
That was weird. That was definitely weird. Welcome one and all to my lovely show. Hype Down.
I'm such an idiot.
How are you fine folks all doing today? Has been a rough day, full of excitement for me. I'm just preparing my pizza with a little bit of
Oh, this was the
extra spicy.
pizza time thing.
The spicy. We have made an intro for our little show.
That intro was so bad. I did it like only with the video camera.
Time ever preview premiere world premiere of our little here goes nothing. Hope you guys enjoy it. Cool. Don't you guys think so? What would make my life a whole lot easier?
A lot of stuff.
Is
Money for once. I know it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I know. But still, it's funny now. Oh my god, yeah, now this was like a really big project, considering how much I've played this. Also, I never finished Stone Shard. I mean, granted, we can't really finish it. Never finished Terraria. I did finish the Minecraft dungeons. This was probably my longest stream, the Lego fire truck. And this is where we finally started Septera Core and finished it. New content came out since then, so it's not finished. Yeah, I know. It's still early access, or some shit like that. This was my puzzle stream. This was such a bad thing that I've done. This was the other puzzle stream. Ah, and this was our D&D unboxing. Magic the Gathering board game. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. This one's cool. The setup was different again. Minecraft, the big game, is coming to Game Pass. That's cool. I've never really was the one to actually care about Minecraft that much. I know it has a big fan base behind it.
And the planes themselves. There. We have the figurines as well. So you guys size of these.
Do you guys actually hear me louder than what I hear there?
So, without any further ado, I am always mega thirsty. Yeah, this is probably...
This was nice. It had a lot of figurines and little bobs in it. Bits and bobs. Bob's your uncle.
And now, this one says Rick Roof, which I'm guessing in this circumstance means fall back.
Yep. Then we started the whole Genshin Impact. That was a thing. It was a nice, fun thing for a while. And then it stopped because I started to see what it is. A real money grabber. And what? Genshin Impact? No, you can't finish that game. I mean, you can kind of finish it, but they're always going to put up new heroes, new content, blah blah blah. The story has an ending somewhat. Okay. Well, maybe, but I don't know how much you can actually get through it, because you really need to grind a lot to kill certain bosses, apparently. I told you from the start. I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew what I was getting myself into. Though that was not my main issue with it. My main issue with it is that I can actually not buy anything due to the fact that you can only acquire things through a credit card, if I recall correctly, and there is no PayPal option, and I will not make a credit card just for a game which I don't even intend on playing that much. There is literally the thing, the option where you could trick the game by paying through your phone, since you can play on your phone. It had a PayPal option on the phone, which was kind of in something with Google, blah blah blah, and it worked the once and then they fixed it. I don't know why you would fix someone giving you money, but they fixed it. And yeah, and then I was just like, you know what? Since I'm gonna actually have to grind so much, I think I'm just gonna focus on other things. I don't really mind the grind and all. I don't mind the grind, but it's gotten to the point where you really need to play on a daily basis to make any kind of progression. And the progression is slow. And I guess the meta always changes and whatnot, and it was an experience. we're kind of caught up. There we go. We're caught up. The last videos were not so compact one to another, basically. We started the behind the streamer edition. That was my last show attempt. The BTS behind the streamers. The first couple of streams were like had specific things, and I had this format of, you know, what's that dude's face called? I even forgot his name. I haven't been keeping up with anything as of lately since since baby Sophia is here. Things have gotten way out of control, basically. Yeah, that's basically it. So not a whole lot has changed in the whole gist of things. How the gals doing? They're perfectly fine. Tired, very tired, but we are very happy that the weekend is here. And actually tomorrow she's gonna have 7 months. So tomorrow we're actually celebrating her 7 months. Time really flew by already a lot. Yeah, you can also see like this video, my plans, but this was 8 months ago. They all went down the sink. Scheduling and time off. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a baby and whatnot, and I think I'm gonna be able to do a lot of stuff that was in my mind. And then you know what? No. It's just the beginning. Yeah, but I mean, I'm always constantly thinking of things that I can do and how to progress. And I am going to be, until my death, a constant dreamer. That is never gonna change. And I tend to dream about doing a lot of stuff, and I tend to dream big most of the times. And even if my end goals will never be fulfilled, I'm still trying to live a fulfilling life, in the fact that even if I'm not doing one thing to its maximum capacity, I'm still doing more things to lower capacities, but that bring me joy. Maybe I should change that and start focusing more on something specific, and maybe I'll do something. But you can burn out very fast and not have the joy in doing that thing, and then it's just a downhill slope from there into hating the thing that you loved before. That's just my opinion. Granted, it can always work out and you're gonna do the thing that you love for the rest of your life. It can work out. Go with the flow. Yeah. Anyways, I think that is it for me for today. We're just gonna start wrapping it up. I've gotten the key features down on paper, on our virtual paper. Look, we got that. We got the first channel, the NibletK channel, that has all of the old things that we've just seen, our little timeline now. And what we're gonna focus on is basically, now we have like a fix thing that is kind of the things that I want to have on my YouTube channel for the shows part. Now I just gotta figure out and start grinding away bit by bit for every show aspect, and figuring out like a proper, what's the correct term? I guess flow. A proper flow of set show, how it's supposed to be. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out eventually. If not, I would say that I have gotten through the past 4 years through a lot of trial and errors, that I should know at least over 50% of the things that I should do and shouldn't do. So there's still a lot of margins open for mistakes, but other than that, I should have a pretty good grasp on the things that I want to create. Get the flow, not the flu. I'll do my best, sir. Thank you for dropping by as usual. I'm trying to come up with a better, simpler, and more normal feeling bye-bye. And the one that I feel is, I had it at work and I didn't write it down, which is kind of stupid of me. Or did I? I don't know. I don't think so. But it's something simple, like, thanks for watching. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys back again next time. I wish you all a great day, evening, night. Okay, I'm just copying, pasting a lot of bullshit right now. No, it's basically what I want to say is, thanks for dropping by. Have a great time. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.